Hello viewers, here I am at Beijing Auto Show bringing you the latest information on Chinese automobile. But really, we're starting with Volkswagen. You see, there's a story about Volkswagen. An employee from Volkswagen headquarters flew to Shanghai for a business trip. Interestingly, he just couldn't recognize almost every single Volkswagen here. And that's because there are tons of models exclusively for the Chinese market. And now in 2024, there's one of them, most of which are PHEV. This is the Buick GLA, one of the most popular MPV in China. However, many of you guys may have never heard of it, let alone the PHEV version. Originating from Pontiac, Montana, and then further developed by SAIC GM Buick, the GL8 has been specifically designed for the Chinese market. Over its more than 20 years of existence, this MPV has never been associated with hybrid technology. However, under the competitive pressure from the Denza D9, this former market leader has decided to make the switch to hybrid technology and introduce a plug-in hybrid version during its latest generation update. Looking at the specs, the 2-speed DHT plus P1 plus P3 system delivers a combined power of 397 horsepower and 518 Nm torque. Then the GL8 can accelerate from 0 to 100 in 7.9 seconds and offers a range of 1,317 km. These are definitely impressive for an MPV. And if you want to see something a bit more familiar, go check Chevy's. Chevrolet Equinox, you must be very familiar with it, but this one got a Plus and PHEV badge. That's because it's exclusively for the Chinese market. From the outside, it doesn't look much different from the North American version, except for some more rugged decoration specific to this active version. However, underneath the bonnet, the previous 2-liter turbocharged engine and 9-speed automatic transmission have been replaced by the hybrid powertrain introduced in the Buick GLA PHEV. And let's not forget, as a compact SUV, the Equinox is much lighter than the full-size MPV GL8, yet they share the same power specs. This makes me very curious to see its acceleration. But actually, it's not a pity you're missing out. Although it's more powerful and looking very, tough, it's only front-wheel drive. Actually, Chevrolet is not the only American brand who's doing hybrid thing. There's also Ford. You see, this is exactly the Ford Edge. Just don't think you can recognize it either. Although it still bears the same name, this one has absolutely no real connection to the Edge that was once popular in the North American market. It features an entirely new chassis, a new 6-seat layout, and a brand new hybrid system. Well, actually not that new, it's the exact one from Toyota, which could explain why it lacks a plug-in option, because there isn't any. And Ford's previous attempts in the plug-in hybrid field have not been very successful. Despite Ford's energy-saving and cost-saving strategy in China, this Edge L still did not receive ideal sales number. Maybe that's why Ford decided to bring in these performance models, just to fully transitioning into a niche brand in China. Given the established supply chains, even legacy brands with little experience in hybrids have been able to successfully introduce plug-in hybrid systems that primarily use electric power in China. But the chances of these cars being exported to US or European markets are pretty slim, as those regions tend to prefer ones that are more focused on gasoline power. As for Volkswagen, they didn't review any new all-electric or plug-in hybrid cars at the auto show, so there isn't much to cover. But can you name all these Volkswagens?